Hi, I'm Greg.
And I'm Mary, and this is Greg and Mary's RV Adventures.
We're sharing a microphone today because the other one has a battery that's not very good. Don't worry, we've been married 52 years. We've shared a lot of things. Hey, this video is going to take us out of Rockhound State Park and heading to
Alamogorda, New Mexico.
where we spent 4 days at a KOA, the first KOA we've ever stayed at. It was pretty nice. I mean, the sites were close together, but wonderful people, a lot of amenities and so forth. Couldn't use the pool, of course, but it was a nice day there. Level. The only problem was there's a train that goes through the town, and I'm a light sleeper. Did I say this already before? No,
No.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm a light sleeper, and damn whistle woke me up probably 3 times a night. Aside from that, it was a good stay. As you recall, we had car problems, and they finally got resolved. You hear about that toward the end. Yeah, so without a vehicle, it kind of limited what we could do. In
Alamogordo.
we had a number of places we wanted to sightsee, but unfortunately, because of the car, we cannot do them all.
Yeah, there was a missile museum, or what kind of a
Space
museum?
Museum.
Space museum we wanted to go to, and we didn't get there.
Yeah, but we did
Maybe
make it.
next time.
Yeah, we did make it to White Sands, which was nice.
White
So yeah,
Sands National Monument.
yeah.
Yes.
Now, what about those
Now, I'm
things?
not sure if you guys remember when we were in Arizona, I
Uh,
bought this 5-pound bag of fresh harvest pecans because Arizona is known for their pecans. So we looked high and low for, we realized the RV doesn't have a nutcracker. I never brought one. So we looked, we had a Walmart that was close. We thought we would go there, pick up a nutcracker. Lo and behold, they don't carry them. We looked and looked. Greg asked the salesperson, they don't carry them. So I had to improvise. I used a metal coffee mug, just put the nut on the table and pounded it.
Time up. I offered her to use my hammer, but she declined.
So I used the metal coffee mug and it worked fine. The other day, though, we were at Albertson's grocery store here in New Mexico.
Carlsbad, New Mexico.
Where did I say?
You didn't say. You just said New Mexico.
Oh, in New Mexico.
New Mexico is pretty
Carlsbad,
big.
New
Yeah.
Mexico. And look what I found.
Have you tried
A
it?
nutcracker.
Does it work?
And it actually works. Crack the nuts
Oh,
like
look at
this.
that. Oh.
And I love these fresh pecans. They're delicious. And,
She doesn't share them, though. The only problem.
well, Greg doesn't like to crack them. It takes too long. For
right.
me, I like to crack the nuts because it takes me a lot longer to eat them then.
See, we're just the opposite. We're like, who's the nursery rhyme? Jack Sprat and his wife?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's what we're like.
Yeah.
Another thing about our trip, by the way, the RV worked its hardest ever. Climbing up the mountain before White Sands, 16 miles up, up. And you get to the top, it's like the top of the world. The valley, the desert valley below, it looks like it's miles down below. And you make this long trip down into the valley. But the RV performed well. I was real pleased with it. So I think that's about
I think that's all for
all
now.
right. I'm sure if we think of anything else, we'll interrupt the program and ramble on some more. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you're new, not all our videos like that. Sometimes we're a little more organized, but mostly it's like this. So catch you on the flip side. See ya. Bye.
Bye. Up on the hill on the right side, you'll see a giant roadrunner, and that's because that roadrunner is New Mexico's state bird.
Starting to climb up the hill. Can be driving up the hill for minutes. 16 miles, I believe. Finally nearing the top of the hill. Wait a few seconds, you'll see the valley way down below. And about a couple, there it is, starting to show. Looks like you're on top of the world here. Still not down. A long way to go yet. Not yet. It looks like it, but it's not quite there yet. Soon we'll be down at the bottom. Finally, the RV's taking a deep breath. So am I. Glad to be down here. All vehicles have to pass through Border Patrol. Didn't take long, not too crowded.
I was gonna say, how do you know when to go? Now I see you got it. That's good. That's a big one.
Yes, sir. Yes, the two of us.
Good day, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, you too. Be safe.
Thank you, sir.
Driving into Alamogorda, you can see lots of businesses, fast food and all kind of businesses on this main street. Yep, keep going to the end. There's some RVs over here. Oh, there it is, the KOA sign.
Arriving at 412 24th Street on the right.
Nestled in the Tularosa Basin, this KOA is the perfect location to use as a base camp while exploring the beauty and attractions of southern New Mexico. A large rec room, a long covered outside patio work, great for group events. Take a break from the desert heat in the inviting pool. Enjoy hiking or sledding down the vast gypsum dunes at White Sands National Park, a short 20-mile drive from the campground.
In the last video, I mentioned that we dropped the car off at the Honda shop, Casa Auto in Alamogorda, New Mexico. They called later on that day and said, hey, it's ready, so we picked it up and we made plans for some sightseeing the next day. Just for grins, this is the part that they replaced, the ignition. Take your guess what that part costs. My bride is the hand model right there. And at the end of the video, right before the much anticipated tip from the Almanac, whatever it's called, I'll tell you the actual price. Stay tuned.
One of the world's greatest natural wonders is the glistening white sand of New Mexico. Great wave-like dunes of gypsum sand have engulfed 275 square miles of desert, creating the world's largest gypsum dune field. White Sands Natural Park preserves a major portion of this unique dune field. This park is also home to the globe's largest collection of Ice Age fossilized footprints and tells more than 20,000 years of human presence, all while providing memorial recreational opportunities. Some of you folks in the northern part of the country might think this is snow. It's actually white sand.
Looks like a frozen lake that people would ice skate on or play hockey. This is a nice feature. It's a boardwalk wide enough for a wheelchair. Just follow it, take it all the way out a couple hundred yards into the sand dunes that people with disabilities can enjoy nature. You can see different animal tracks throughout also. Very interesting.
This is the part of the road that is actually packed sand.
It looks like it's pavement, but it's really sand. RVs, Class A's, they can go on here with no problem. Well, another car update for you folks. Hopefully this is the last one. We left the video where Mary and I were in White Sands and we had a rattling sound in the steering wheel. That ended our sightseeing for the day. We had planned to spend more time there and go to the Space Museum. But since we were leaving the next day, we had to get this fixed permanently. So I called the dealership, talked to Brandon, the tech rep that I was talking to, told him what was going on. He said, bring it down. So within a half hour, I had it down there. He came out and met us. He and I took it for a ride. He heard the rattle. He said, thought it was metal banging on metal, clanging, and that they would take it in the shop. So Mary and I sat there for about, I guess we were there for about an hour and a half. And I walked back to see the status, and here he was driving the car back on the test road with his mechanic, and he got out. He says, yeah, you're right, Greg. He said there was like a channel when a piece of metal was vibrating in between it when you went over bumps like that. So we tightened it down and everything's good, should be good to go. We're at the new campground now. We've been here for 3 days and we've been traveling around Carlsbad, so no vibration. So I'm real pleased with the way things went with that. So the tech fellow's name was Brandon, and the name of the dealership was Casso Auto Honda, and they had a variety of different vehicles that they support. Well, did you come up with a guess as to what this part would cost at a dealership? Stay tuned. Write your answers down. Coming up is the price.
It's a sunny Sunday afternoon in Carlsbad, New Mexico. I'm sitting outside soaking up some of the sun. I think it's in the 80s here today. Anyway, it's time for the 2024 Farmer's Almanac Tip of the Week. And today I'll be giving you some information about pets. Did you know that 60% of pet owners forego gym memberships so that they can exercise with their dogs? I always see people walking their dogs more than once a day even. Also, $1,320 is the amount projected to be spent annually per U.S. pet by 2025. On average, $525 is the amount spent on veterinary bills each year. And this was kind of interesting to me. 15% of Americans own 5 or more pets. So do you own a pet? How many do you have? For me and Greg, we don't have a pet right now. We've had them in the past. We're thinking about maybe getting one in the future, but for right now, we don't have any pets. Hope this gave you some good information about pets. Thanks for watching.